I was born in Chiraite, and as a child in one of the most rural areas of Nepal, I didn't have hopes for, a brighter future like everyone in the cities or most privileged families would have. So Chiraite and Mure, they are situated in one of the most rural parts of Nepal. It's the most remote you could just imagine. To get to Chiraite, you take a plane from Kathmandu, which is approximately 35 minutes, and then from there you go on a 4x4, and then you get to Mure and walk 8 hours to Chiraite.
I remember the first time Surya came up to me and sort of described to me the problems Chiraite and Mure were facing in terms of not utilizing the resources. And the first thing that came to our mind was, why is this? Is it because they're not educated, or they're not using because they don't have enough resources to do it in the first place?
हामी एग्रिकल्चरमा आधुनिक खेती प्रणालीमा हामी अहिले पनि अझै पछाडी छौं, धेरै पछाडी छौं। त्यसकारणले गर्दा हाम्रो इकोनोमिक ग्रोथ हुन सकिरहेको छैन। हामी अझै पनि गरिबमै छौं।
In this village of around 500 to 600 people, approximately 250 to 300 of them are farmers. But it doesn't really seem very beautiful when you talk about farming at a scale which is just for subsistence. Farming is a very lucrative job. It is one of the most productive and satisfying job one could ever have, but not just for subsistence.
One thing that the people in Mure and Chiraite lacked was utilizing the resources they had efficiently and then selling it, capitalizing on what they had. And this is what we're working on. Herbs for Change is all about the change within the village, making use of resources, manpowers within the village, and creating change from within rather than introducing completely external factors.
Let's say they don't really need to be modernized, but at the same time, the technique, if it was to be changed, then the farming method would eventually be very productive and the family would be making more income. And the 200 youth that are working in the Gulf countries as of right now from Chiraite wouldn't have to go to the Gulf countries, leaving their families behind.
Herbs for Change stems from three core values of Diallo and ourselves, which is co-creation, where people help themselves and help each other. Sustainability, where people would be able to sustain the project for a long time without being dependent on external factors. And ownership, the fact that people would own them, make this project their own.
दियालो फाउन्डेसनबाट आउनुहुने विशेष गरी अमेरिकामा रहेर अध्ययन गरिराख्नुभएका विद्यार्थी भाइहरूलाई म विशेष गरी धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। यसरी नै आएर हामीलाई नयाँ नयाँ तरिकाबाट खेती गर्न सिकाउनु भएमा यहाँका आम गरिब किसानहरूको जीवनस्तर उक्सिने थियो अनि यसले चाहिँ हामीलाई ठूलो मद्दत गर्ने थियो।
Sorcia, locally known as Chiraito, is I think the perfect herb for this project because it has a huge market in India and China and Nepal itself. And also, it is one of the most major components used in the drug for malarial fevers. It's also an organic medicine for diabetes. So Chiraito, this herb has been available for the longest time in those parts, but they've not been domesticating it.
I remember when I was a kid, we used to collect Chiraito and we sold it for 12 rupees. And as of right now, every kilo of Chiraito is worth 700 rupees. Imagine a family with 6 people earning 700 rupees per kilo. We couldn't have imagined more better form of creating change in these two villages, Chiraite and Mure, which just included a small tweak in what the farmers already did. So really talking about, we're not introducing a new crop, we're just saying we'll just tweak a small into already being done method.
When the devastating earthquake happened, youth really came forth with such great force that you could feel it. you could feel it. There was no denying the desire to help, the willingness to really come forth and do what they can individually or collectively. And I think now when we're talking about Ask for Change, it's a wonderful initiative where youths again are coming together to do something incredible. And I think this should be really harnessed into and has the potential to be something phenomenal.
Earth for Change is a vision to make a lasting impact in these two villages, Mure and Songkhruasala. But unfortunately, in Nepal and in the world, these villages are not the only villages which are facing similar conditions. There are hundreds of villages who are isolated, economically challenged, and at the same time have so much potential to grow, but haven't because they don't know how to utilize it. They don't know how to connect the solution with implementation. And success for us would be to be a model, prime example for these villages, to inspire them, to tell them that change just can't come from within and you don't have to wait for it. You don't have to wait for millions of investment. Success can just come from a small conversation from two people on how to utilize the resources that you have efficiently. So this summer, with very limited seed funding, we were able to build the first phase of our project, bring in the seeds and start the work on the field.
With the least amount of support and resources, we were able to do so much, like get it started and give these people the hope. And with your support, we'll be able to make this even bigger. We'll be able to expand it to different villages. We already have at least around 12 villages wanting to do what we're doing. And isn't this amazing? In the end, Earth for Change is all about us.
It's about the youth striving to make a change.
It's about the people that we're actually working with.
It's about the viewers to show them how much of change can be brought with just little resource.
In the end, it's about the communities. It's about them. They're not waiting for us to do something, but they're doing it themselves in a way that's not benefiting them.
This is a call for help to bring the change from the village, by the village, and for the village.
Call for investment. Investment on a project that is making a difference with the least resource. Now imagine what we could do with more.